Hello, guys. I'm all ready for Valentine's Day. Don't you love the glasses? Don't you love the dollar, whatever it is, store now? What do you think? You like my ears? Anyways, guys, had a good time yesterday, and I want to talk to you about Word of the Year. And I got some fun little projects we're gonna do. Very small, very quick, and you can do them on your own. Pretty easy for anybody. And I'm going to put you back up here. Make sure you're on here. Did you guys see my, remember that little amaryllis bulb that I painted? Well, she's blooming and she's beautiful. So, hey, Lori girl. So you like my hearts? Well, I have my daughter. She gets me stupid stuff like this, but she's like, oh, look at these. I'm going to wear them. I don't care. I entertain the neighborhood anyways. So, yeah, I think I'm up here on my computer here. Messed around this computer all in one day. I figured a few things out. I took 4,400 files off. And I still am not sure what I'm doing. So, just back up. Let's see if I'm on here. I'll refresh it. So, I didn't know what a zip file is. You know what a zip file is? Well, it turns out you could take anything and put it into a whole bunch of stuff in one file, and it's smaller, so it fits in your computer better. I just had to go on YouTube, figure it out. Well, I don't see it on here. Oh, it might show up though. Anyways, what we're gonna do today is I put that Word of the Year thing on there, and I'm still figuring mine out. But Tuesday night I'm gonna do a little vision board class. But here's the thing: you can download it, and basically I'm gonna have you do one thing today. I'm gonna give you like 2 minutes, and I want you to write down as many words without thinking for 2 minutes. No thinking about it, just do it. And I am going to download a page, which I had on here last year, of words. But you ain't got to use these words. And then there's going to be a little vision board paper. We'll give you some ideas on how to figure out what you want to put on your vision board. And I wanted to talk about making a vision board Tuesday and finishing up if you could do a word, or when you come up with the words. This is the one I did last year. And this realign was my word. And it doesn't look like it's very important. And there was a lot of other things in here I wanted to do, were things I was thinking about. Like I put more roses in my garden. I did do that. And I did get to go swimming. And I got me some weights, which you know. So some of these things I wanted to do, I did. So anyways, as long as and be more with my family. So there was things I did. But the realign was because, well, I didn't know all that stuff was going to go on with all the stuff with YouTube and getting 300 videos off here. And I'm not even sure it's around 300. So every time I look up this word, it's right here. And I would see it, I said, geez, I got to realign, I got to do that. So, and then it happened, I was going real good with my weight. And I took up 43 pounds. So I put 7 back on. Well, with all the cooking making and the bread making, I took an extra pound off. So I have lost 8 pounds of the 7 that I put on. So now I'm 44 pounds down. So I realigned, but this word being up there, and I put it in different places, like my wallet. And every now and then you look at it and you say, that was the whole plan. So there's a few other things that happen. So sometimes, you got to look around. It was on your list. And you got to be aware of words that might be popping up. Now you could say God sent them, or guardian angel sent them, or they've been on your mind, the back of your mind, because we all have these things we don't realize that are going on. And that you can't overthink it, let it come to you, pay attention to any words or themes that are appearing in your life. That's what I'm talking about. Like at that time, that alignment kept coming up in different things. So, which is weird because it's not like a word that everybody uses. And then think about the traits or qualities that are important to you. So you could think about those things. And ask yourself what you need in your life right now. It could be quiet time, or more creating, or losing weight, or whatever it is you need to be aware of, your health, whatever. Or maybe you're very religious, maybe you want to memorize something out of the Bible, a verse. every week maybe you want to get more into one particular book like Psalms or something, you know. So everybody can have something that's important to them. And so make a list of words that resonate. Could be anything. Like I said, I'm going to get a pencil, grab a piece of paper. See if your goals for the year share a common theme. When you get done, you got all this information on a piece of paper, and then just start working it down. I would start with like 10 words, but I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and I'm going to do it too because I haven't done it yet. And I'm going to write down 10 words. Then we're going to do a couple little projects out of this book, which are super fun. And it's just to get your juices flowing. So I'm going to get me a pen and get me a piece of paper to write. Oh, actually, I can do it on the back of this. I'm going to write it down. So I'm going to give us 2 minutes. So 2:51. I'm going to write down, for 2 minutes, I'm just going to write words. It could be 10 words, could be 3 words, could be 20 words. Any amount you can. So right now I'm starting. 2 minutes. Can't think of a word. Okay. I've been really leaning towards being more creative or doing more painting. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I'm just going to keep writing words. Whatever comes to mind. God. Bananas? I don't know. Resonate. Yeah. One more minute. Craziest stuff that runs through your mind. I think he did that one already. Got like a few more minutes. So, should have a few more minutes here, a few more seconds. So, you're going to love this list. Love, fun, creative, painting, Bob Ross. Sincere, bananas, resonate, single, focus, sister, melancholy, sky, outdated, visit, motivated, healthy, candid, shifting, daily, care, booth, certainty, classes, painting. I think painting was twice. I think creative stuff was twice too. So those are your words to kind of mess around with. Now, what they tell you to do is you take those words and see if anything have something in common. And that would be the painting, the creative, classes, painting. So those are kind of the ones that, and Bob Ross, geez, you know. So there's something to that. There's something there. So I'm going to circle them. So my word has got to have something to do with them. It can't be like just Bob Ross in the middle of the thing, you know. So anyway, so that gives me something that's I'm thinking about or feeling. So The other one is single and focus, shifting, motivated. So they're kind of all related. So that's another set. So I'll put these one, and then I'll make those 2. So there's some kind of focus, shifting, motivated, a single focus maybe. So there you go. So I got some things to think about. Now, when you go to do this, download it if you can, and be aware that if you're going to do a board, that you're going to need to come up with some stuff. Like I found some of this stuff last year right on the internet. I just downloaded and cut them out. Some of the pictures and stuff I'd look up, like swimming or roses, and then I would just download them and cut them out and then paste them on. I also got some books. When you go out of Wegmans or the stores, you have these little free books. I love these flowers in here. And I just grabbed a couple books, and I'm going to be using some of the pictures out here, I think. So what you're going to do with them is they're going to be things that you want to do, or places you want to go, or just thoughts you're having, or just even something pretty like art or something. So just to fill your board out, but, be aware of that. And then look for words, too. You could even write them in and cut them out, whatever you want to do. However you want to do your board. It doesn't even have got to be on canvas. It could be on just in a journal or anything that you have. So, all right. So I just wanted to go over that with you. Remember, Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. We're going to help me do my vision board. I'm going to do it. Hopefully I got a word by then. That's going to be the middle of the board. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. We're going to do this little tree. And I got watercolor. We're just going to make blobs on the tree. That's my thing. And then we're going to make each one into a different bird. Then I got this other one. You guys have seen this when I first started it. I did a bunch of the bees. All those were drawn in by me. You just take your thumb and with yellow and orange, I'll do like half and half. And then you're going to make that. It's a great exercise. It's like a lot of these things are attuned to not only being creative, and trying to relax, but to make you think outside the box. Try to make each one a little different. So I just lost my page marker here where I got. So that's what we're going to do today. Real quick and easy. Keep it simple. So yeah, I had a lot of fun yesterday. It's quite the drive though. Luckily, it rained on the way back and it was dark as hell. It was a little scary because she's up and down the hills and my pill was starting to wear off, I think. But it was fine. We were fine. And she made it home. I think she got home till 8 o'clock. So, all right, so let me, we're going to do this, let's make some bees first, then we'll make a little, tree. We'll put our birds in the tree. So we kind of split this in half. And I got all kinds. I got like a regular pen. I have, a pencil, a regular pencil. I got felt tip markers, whatever you got once you get these in. So I'm going to make my bees first. I basically got some watercolor paints over here. I don't have my regular paints out. Yeah, I got some more paintings to do too for I'm going to do some parties, I think, for my brother. So some I already had done, but I'm going to, we got that moon painting next week, and I have yet to start the other painting I'm going to do, but I got some, I'll download them for you guys, some flowers. So I'm going to take some paint, and I'm just going to start making some little bees. These are going to be little bees. I'm just going to kind of do them across like this. Orange and yellow. I'll get kind of an orange. You can get some orange color. So I just kind of whip my watercolors up pretty good. Then you got to be perfect. We're just like trying to be creative without being like perfect. In fact, if you watch any of these guys, being perfect is a downfall. And the more you try to be perfect, the more you'll probably be disappointed, because that's where I started with this dress and almost even thought about getting out of painting for a while. And then I realized that I could do anything that I wanted, at some point. I don't know if it was some teacher or somebody. So now I got a bunch of bees. So now I want to make a tree. So I'm going to just take this pencil here. And I'm going to make a tree. And we're going to put birds in here. So I'm just going to make a tree. Just a tree. And I can just like paint that in with a brush. A watercolor brush if I can find one. I got a watercolor brush here somewhere. All right, wet the brush. You don't have to get this fancy. This is just an idea to get you trying different things and having fun. I got the book, so I'm lucky, but you can buy the book. I don't remember what I paid for it. I got another book I started, which is pretty good, so I'll list that, probably do some readings out of it. I got a couple other books I'd never finished that are packed behind my plants on the bookshelf. We had to have some place to put the tree and presents, and so everything's kind of, I just took some stuff down. The tree's going to stay up for a while, but. So now you can take some different colors. Let's do like a red. And I want to do different birds, so let me, got to kind of fill these little trays up so I can get my thumb in there. I mean, you can even do these with some kind of stamp if you want to make a stamp. See, let's do pink. There's this other one I seen where she just took watercolor, or it might have been something else, but she just made these huge blobs. It's in the book. And when she got done, you'd let them dry, and then you make an animal. You have to get creative because they don't look like animals too much, but I don't know. She had them like in bunnies and stuff, so I'm going to try that at some point. See, I'm just doing thumbprints. All different colors. I mean, you can paint these and you don't necessarily have to do them with your thumb. My brush. Let's see what I got here. Oh, it's a different, I need a different brush. Trying to clean my brush tray out here. You could do little circles too. You could just do circles, little blobs. You do some blobs. We're going to let these dry. I'm going to dry them. And then we'll make birds out of each one. Let's do a different color. Let's do a blue and a purple. Yes, I know Stacy wanted to see her. We never got to her cows. And it was like all mud out there because, you know, the snow melted. And that's a farm. And he puts gravel down, but anything else that isn't gravel is mud, you know, until the ground dries up. He throws stuff down, but, you know. And I wouldn't go out there anyway, so. But she has some pictures. She has Highland cows, my daughter does, which I didn't know. And that one just had a baby, so when I had the baby, she had to show me. So now we got all different colors. All right, so let that dry. So I keep forgetting to ask her to send us some pictures, you know. She's got this one cat I'm in love with. I'm a Steeler cat. There's a lot of cats. She has a lot of barn cats. And I go out, I think she got the one cat. I go outside in the enclosed area. It's like 4 cats out there. They're beautiful. But they were definitely like not used to humans. But, you know, she feeds them. She has cow food out there. Loves her animals. Loves them. Always did. Got an old dog that's half blind. Had him a long time. Typical farmer. You're doing good. Now his son was up there and his 2 daughters, and they each had a kid, 1 boy, 1 girl. And then his son has 4 girls and a son. Yeah, 5. And they're beautiful and so cute. I got them all a little present, a bunch of candy. Beautiful. All right, so now I got this dry, right? Should be dry. It's dry. Yeah, so we had fun. Love seeing all those girls. Only problem is she named them all with like a K or a C. It's confused. It's like Cassandra, Caitlin. Oh, one's Savannah. Oh. Come on, guy, come back on. Here we are. Am I on here? I'm not on here yet. I don't know. Let me recycle again. So, I don't know. I'm in the right group, right? Yep, we're on here. We'll turn the sound up. All right. Yeah. Sometimes I can't get it to go over and all your stuff's on the side, and the thing won't keep going off on me. Love, respect, explore, mindfulness, stress less, focus, creativity, adventures, family, natures, relax, let go. There's a couple of things there that are kind of related. I know they are. I've never seen one up close. So, I mean, I was at the farm and I see them off in the distance in the corrals or wherever they call them. But, you know, I don't go out there. I tried to one time. There's a whole story. It's hysterical. I didn't know you needed big muck boots because she bought me a pair. She was going to buy me a pair. She never did because I said that's the last time for me. But I had a pair of, like, regular boots on, and I went and I got, by accident, I sunk into one of the tractor trails. I couldn't get my foot out, and my shoe got stuck in there, so I had to limp back to the house. They were hysterical. I was doing that again. And then they go on those four-wheelers. It's 300 acres. It was like 280 or something. So I go on the four-wheeler. I ain't doing that either. Because they got mud all over them. No, it's okay. I'm a city girl. It's all right. I like to garden, but I don't like to farm. So. All right, so. I know, right? You've seen the pictures from the wedding. The girls are like riding the bikes around the property. That's how they go and do everything. Or you'd be like forever just walking anywhere. You can't take a car everywhere, you know. So they use their four-wheelers for everything. I mean, Bethy started driving a four-wheeler. She was like 8, 7, 8. You know, they started driving those. I think even before that. All right, so let me turn this around. Let's see what that might be. It'll work right. Yeah, I can do this instead. Okay. So we got little bees. So you can do your bees any way you want. I'm going to make a little... Bees actually have their tail, their stingers actually in the back, which I didn't know that for the longest time. But you can make them like fantasy ones. You could... I'm just using a regular old big pen, but you know I like my regular pens and my regular pencils. You don't have to use nothing fancy. This is just proving your skills. So there you go. You got yourself a bee. You could even go like this, like he just came from somewhere. You know. Let's see. What else does a bee have on it? You can give him some little antennae if you want to. If you give him some like fancy antennae, he's like a fancy bee. He's a gay bee. And you can give him a tail. If you give him a big eye. You can do whatever. You can give him a little nose if you want. You know, you could stylize him anyway. The trick is to try to do every single one a little different. Oh, he's got to have some wings here. We'll give him little wings. Everyone's got to be a little different, so you really got to kind of think about it. So yeah, Tuesday night, I mean, you guys can rewatch anybody that can't, you know, be there. And I'm going to get my stuff out from my board. So I think you got the idea now. I'm going to give him another thing here. Let's give him some antennae. Let's give him some little ones. And then, how about some little fun little wings here? Maybe do one this way. We'll do him like his tail's this way. And we'll do like this. And do some thicker ones. Square. Make a square. He's a square. I don't know if you guys can see this pretty good, but I'm just trying to think of different ways to do my little bees. Try to do them all a little different. Of course, you got your birds. Got your birds too. A couple of these aren't quite dry. This one's kind of dry. So you gotta do these into kind of like, I'm gonna make mine kind of like crazy birds. So you know, this one's probably flying. So let's do this. He's probably flying. Looks more like a bat, right? Make him into birds. Like that. And maybe give him a little fluffy end. A couple little legs. Just into a head. Make a little beak. Give him a little ruffle on the back of the head. Give him some long wings too. Little legs. Maybe give this one some big eyes. And little legs. Like a it's a little eye in that one. And maybe he's hanging upside down, this one. He's hanging upside down. He's a crazy bird. And then little eyeballs. Little butt, little butt. Yeah. Head. Give him a big beak. Eye. Same thing, we'll give him some feathers like a parrot. Give him some big feet. There you go. That blue one looks like a toucan, don't it? So it's just a little exercise out of that book. If you guys want to get the book, hey Diana. Well, no, she's on my, oh, yeah, that's something else. Yeah, she's on the thing. Hey, Joellen. How you doing, girl? You gonna try any of these, Joellen? Why is this coming loose? I gotta tighten it up. I think it's loose here. Let me tighten it up. I had to replace this one time. Ooh, I had to replace it one time. It gets too loose. It's got like a thing that holds the back on. You gotta screw it. Yeah. How you doing, girl? You're not up here. You're on the other one. Anybody else on here? Oh, Joelle's been on a while. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Why does that come out every Christmas time? It always comes around that time, right? There was somebody who was talking about it one day, and I don't remember what the rest of the story was, but there's a reason that it comes on that time of year. You know, it used to be we had regimented times on, you know, time zones and, you know, things. TV went off at 11 o'clock, da, 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 you know. And now it's like, but a lot of that stuff was very seasonal, you know. Yeah, so let me make some more birds and some more bees, birds and the bees. So this is just a little, it's got it too tight now. This is just a little exercise in doing some different things to get your creativity started. These little warm-ups are fun. If you get little things like, even like doing those coloring books. Oh, I think I made this one into a bird. That's okay. And anything that's gonna, even like you guys do those crystal things, whatever they are. Like that one you made me, Lori. It's a good way. Anything that's going to warm you up and give you ideas. You don't necessarily have to be painting, but these little things do get you to draw and paint and think about stuff. So that's a good thing. These end up being birds. I'm doing birds on these. However you want to do it. Yeah. You get creative with your bees too. I'm going to do this. Do my bee again. Give him 2 wings. I didn't give him like this. Need to give his little bee body. He's a bee bird. I also got some markers too. Maybe a red one, maybe a blue one. And we could do some little designs with him too. Yeah. Get a little head. Do they have a head? They don't, but I'm going to put one on there anyways. It's okay. Supposed to be creative. These are kind of like animated bees here. Do one of these. Let's do a bird here too. Let's see. Let's give her a head. Give her a tail. If anybody does these, I would love to see them. Absolutely. And she's squawking at something. We're going to go like this. She's yelling at somebody. Got her little wings. Get some red. I'll post this when I get done. They're kind of goofy, but I'll post them. I was going on the main page. I was like, nah, I'm not going to. I'll just do my group today. Just do my group. Just do my group. I can't really see any of that, so let's get my black pen back out. Yeah, got a little beak. Give some like crazy little tail feathers. How about that? Give some crazy little tail feathers. This one's some crazy tail feathers too. Shoot. Make it kind of like a peacock, right? Some little legs, and I'll give it some big wings like that. This one will do a big head, big beak like a toucan. All right, I'll make the stripes this way. Trying to make them a little different. Some big wings, some little feet. There you go. Yes, I've basically been doing this all morning, just come up with stuff for you guys, and I got to do at least one more painting for that party. I'm hoping we do it. I mean, we're still negotiating. It's my brother's place, but he's got his manager. She seems very nice. I haven't met her yet. I'm going to go out there, call her tomorrow. Sure, what I got? I did a couple of the paint party stuff. It's like, yoo-hoo over there. And I see this one's still wet. I can't touch it yet. Do a headlight here, do a long beak. There you go. So now we got some birds. So we put a head on this side. Do do a little tail like this. Can't touch that one side because it's way. So I got all the birds done, and I got one bee left. Oh, it needs some wings. Use that blue. There you go. So that was fun. So if anybody else comes on later, make sure you let me know you watched. And I will post, like I said, after this I'll post the vision board and the word. There's a whole bunch of words on there. Those actually I got from a class I took with Jamie. Oh, I made a mess. It's all right. So I'm going to post this, but you can see all my little birds. You'll see them in a minute. So there's a bunch of words on there, but they're not the only words. There's 1,000 words. So I think it's better before you look at that list if you write down a bunch of words that you would commonly use. Although those words are more business-like. So, and that's another thing with the vision board. You can actually separate boards when you're doing vision boards. The first one I had done, how long ago? One was a business. I think it was her class. And one was my art business. And one was my home life. But you could do one with religion. You do one for health. You could do one whatever you want. You know, maybe it's family, anything like that. You could just have a focus and make it your focus. So you could do a couple of boards. You can combine them, which is what I'm going to do because it seems kind of silly. Because like my life kind of revolves around my art now, especially. So, you know, that's what I do, you know, from doing parties to messing with classes and just painting on my own and coming up with stuff. So it's kind of my life now. So, which is cool because that's what I always wanted. My daughter said to me one day, I was complaining about something. She goes, but Mom, isn't what you always wanted? You always said you wish you could just paint what you wanted. I said, well, I am painting, you know. So anyways, you know, I am doing it, which is it, you know, didn't always have time. Same problem. I'll talk about having a place to paint and having the time to paint. It will happen. But you still got to have that focus and just say, I got to, you know, if you're going to, like me losing weight, I have to focus more sometimes. Sometimes you have to just do it. So like I said, I just lost, I had put 7 pounds on after like October. I just took 8 off as of yesterday morning. So I'm back to, now I'm 44 pounds down. But you have to focus on it. And same thing with anything like that. You just got to say, okay, it doesn't got to be a total focus, but every now and then you got to just like concentrate on something. So same thing with just like, you know, taking the time, make a little area for yourself and, you know, focus on having a little place to tell your kids, that's my place, you go in my place, you die, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, motherly things. So that's it basically for today. I'm going to post these, my little exercise. And remember, I got that out of this book, 365 Days of Art. It wasn't real expensive. I think it was under $12 or $15. And it's got all kinds. I got another one similar to this. It's got all kinds of, there's the one with the bees. All kinds of things. I think there's 365 days. If you did this every day, it would take you a year. But I don't do that. I'm just going through and skimming through stuff. There's like this one with a postcard. It tells you to draw places you visited. Just a blank thing. And then they got different techniques for bottles and filling in squares. Just kind of make every square different. Just making you think about what you're doing a little bit. Makes you focus. Same thing, you know. Color in the dots. Just fun stuff. A lot of this stuff, if you ever watched that, Andrea Davis, she does watercolors for kids. And a lot of her stuff is just to make you relax. And a lot of that stuff will make you relax. Because you're not really thinking it's fun. There's really no direction. It hasn't got to be perfect. It's just got to be an exercise in your painting. You just do it. And sometimes that's good. It makes you less tense, you know. I tell you, when I first started doing these online classes, I noticed, I rewatched the videos, maybe I'm looking for a cuss word or I was worried about something. And I noticed about, as soon as I picked that brush on, I did my intro and I started painting, that I would go every single time. And what it is it does bring that vagus nerve down or something. It calms me. So I think all the time when, my husband was dying and, all that stuff that was going on, I think it really did help. You know what I mean? I really do believe that. So I'm actually just downloaded 22 pages for art therapy thing. I'm going to take another one. So I'm really thinking at some point I would like to maybe do an art therapy group, because I've had a lot of stuff happen and I've had to keep myself really calm. So, which is not easy. Hey, Laura. So anyways, I'm going to be on Tuesday night at, that art therapy course is going to be so interesting. Anyways, I'm going to be on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, and I'm going to have my board ready, and I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff cut out from my books and from online, and we're going to focus on that. And so work on your word, and make sure you share this so other people can see it. Okay, this is a public group, so now we can share outside the group. We didn't used to be able to do that. So whenever you guys share this group, it'll go out there now. So before, when it was private, it wouldn't do that. The only ones who could do that would be Lori and Kat, because you're moderators. All right, guys, so I'll post this, and I'll see you Tuesday night, and hope inspiration finds you wherever you go, and make art. Make lots and lots of art. I'll see you guys Tuesday night. Bye, guys.